Let me first welcome to the stage Mark Kessner, founder of Bluebird Outdoor Adventures, LLC. Founded in 2015, Mark is going to tell us how they make the outdoors easy. So with that, let me welcome Mark Kessner.
Thank you. So let's try this again. Good morning.
Good morning.
Okay, glad to be here. Thanks to Angie for and the Million Cups organization inviting us here to kind of go over real quick about what we do and what we're about and how we got started real quick. I did mention 6 minutes. I need 60, but I'll keep an eye on her, so when I get close, I'll kind of try to speed it up a little bit here. So, Bluebird Outdoor Adventures. Who we are, my name's Mark Kessner. Again, me and my brother, we started this business last year in April. On the backside of the RV rental company, we're also looking into an outfitter and hunting guide service. We kind of put that on the back burner. We're still researching that. One of the biggest hurdles with that part of our business is land purchasing and land leases in good hunting areas. So we kind of put that on the back burner. It's a good thing because the rental business just took off. This year we're extremely blessed. Being the first full year we've been in business, we're growing every day, purchasing new units, different vehicles, things like that. So our goals, we want to provide a safe, affordable experience for outdoor people, provide the best service possible as we can, provide a needed service to surrounding communities. Been approached numerous times last year about state fair events. There are a lot of things goes on at the state fairgrounds, especially the state fair. All the hotels are booked. Promote outdoor activities. The more you can get kids in the outdoors, the better. The less time on TV, less time they're apt to get into drugs and alcohol. So everybody likes to go camping. You guys might ask, why rent an RV? I don't know who owns a travel trailer in here. So a few of you. So just a quick overview of owning one. If you purchase a good used one, you're going to have $10,000, $15,000, $18,000 in one. So then everybody knows what comes next, right? You got taxes, tags. You got to store it somewhere. You can't park it out on the street. So all this stuff adds up, and then by the time you've ever used it, you got 13, 15, 18, 20 grand into something you're going to use about 4 or 5 times a year. So, makes sense? So that's about $3,500 per time that you use your RV. What started us with this, I actually owned an RV years ago, and a friend of mine asked me if he could rent my RV at the state fair. He was a vendor, there wasn't no hotel room, so I thought, well, yeah, cool, we'll do that. So I hauled it up here, and 10 days later, I come back and picked it up, and I had a handful of cash. I thought, well, that's a pretty sweet deal, So I liked that part of it. So it kind of took off from there. And once I mentioned it, you guys ain't met my brother. He's in the Navy. I didn't kind of go over him there, but he's been in the Navy 25 years. He's stationed in Norfolk, Virginia. He's actually right now his assignment is the XO on the USS Vela Gulf guided missile cruiser. So as soon as I told him and he started running things through his head, his eyes lit up, and he said, holy moly, what if we had 10? What if we had 20 each weekend? So that's how we kind of got started doing this. So ours, the $3,500 a time per use, our rates range from $80 to $105 a day. Depending on how many days, we have a price break. For 7 consecutive days, what's really unique about us, which really makes us special, is we'll actually deliver your camper to your campsite and come and get it when you're done. A lot of people, we try to target people that like to take their kids camping and don't have a pickup or don't have the 20 grand to put in a camper they're going to use 2 times. So that's kind of our target group. So example for us, a weekend rental at Truman State Park, that's 25 miles from where we're based at. You arrive Friday afternoon at 4, you leave Sunday afternoon, delivery and setup's like $258, $260. So the camp fees are always our client's responsibility because things are different. They show up different times. They want to stay extra days, so we don't mess with that. Now, remember the cost per time if you own an RV. Now, we're not against owning RVs. Don't take that the wrong way. RV owners are great. So you can rent from us 4 times a year, and you're only going to spend $1,000. Make sense? So if you guys take anything from this, remember this phrase. from today for my presentation. Bluebird Outdoor Adventures, we make the outdoors easy. Thank you. She never even flagged me.
She didn't. You did great. Thank you. Okay, so we're going to jump into our question and answer session. Anybody want to have the first question? Mr. Hunter.
How many units do you own right now?
We actually own 2. When we started, we own a brand new 2017 hybrid unit, and then we have an older camper that's in real good shape. Starting out, of course, everybody knows when you start out a new business stuff, money's always a problem. So we didn't want to get in over our heads. So, and we didn't want a bunch of payments, and then we wanted to try to make sure that this was really going to work. Which now I know it's going to. So we own 2. So we cleared it with our MBA insurance, our liability insurance, on lease options. I have people every week call me and ask me to rent their RV for them. They only use it 4 or 5 times a year. They can make some extra cash. I take care of everything. They just get a check. So we have 5 units on lease right now. So we own 2 and we have 5 on lease.
How far ahead do you need to book?
Right now, we're booked solid for the next 7 weeks. So we're actually, I have a waiting list, several different weekends. Last weekend was a big weekend. I don't know how many people just had to turn away because everything we had was booked solid. If it's a special weekend like 4th of July weekend, Labor Day weekend, Memorial Day weekend, you need to book probably 3 months in advance to make sure, you can pick out which unit you like. We try to accommodate and match people with the units. If our new hybrid unit will actually sleep 10 people. It has 3 flip-out tent beds. So it actually just come back from Utah from a 16-day trip with a family of mom, dad, 5 kids.
Okay, so your targeted market is for the families that don't camp a lot or haven't had experience camping so much. So do you provide a list of the things that they should bring, or the things, like sheets and blankets and pillows and all of that? Do you help those people out by providing what you need to bring and what is provided?
Yep. I can tell you right now, everybody brings their own pillow. Our units come with all the linens, the bed linens. They're always freshly washed after each rental. Pillows. We have flat screen TVs, DVD players, toasters. Every unit has a microwave in it. Coffee maker. Everybody needs, or I do. I have to have coffee. And then we try to match them up, and let them know what we have, what we offer, and what they need to bring. A lot of people just bring sleeping bags. I don't know. It's kind of like their own pillow. I kind of like my pillow too. But yeah, we do.
How far will you go on setup and retrieval, and how do the prorated costs work on any mileage?
We have a flat rate per mile that we charge. Really, within a reasonable distance is what we say. I just recently, last weekend and this weekend, Palm de Tar Lake is a really pretty. They have really pretty place down there. Campsites, different campsite stuff next to the dam or over the Hermitage area and things where I come from last week. So really, Bennett Springs, Palm de Tar, that's kind of the limit. I had a call yesterday. Somebody wanted me to haul their camper way down past Lebanon somewhere. That's kind of a little bit too far, but if the money's right, I guess I'd do it. But that's our normal operating area is about that distance, 50, 60 miles.
Your per mileage rate?
Do we want to get into that? No, it's we charge anywhere from 85 to 95 cents a mile.
Is it only a setup and delivery deal, or do you have campers that people can rent that are able to pull?
No, best case for me is when people just pull up, they hook on our camper, we go through all the safety. Our MBA insurance, we have a stack of paperwork. If you're going to pull our campers anywhere, just like renting a car, got to have a credit card number, got to have driver's license, insurance, everything like that. Because as soon as our camper is hooked to your vehicle insurance covers that. And when it's parked and stuff, then our liability, our MBA insurance takes over there. Best case, like I said, best case for me is when people pull up, and hook up to our campers. We fill out the paperwork. I get paid. and they bring it back, and we go from there. But yeah.
And where are you located?
Cold Camp. I'm not very good at pointing out here. Go ahead.
First, thank you, brother, for his service.
Oh, I will. I'll tell him that.
Wednesday. My question is, where do you see this business in the future, say 5 years down the road?
Where I see, I'm also the preload supervisor at UPS. I was in the manufacturing industry here in Sedalia for 32 years and was extremely blessed when they come and asked me to leave 2 years ago. No, I say that with all due respect. It was time to move on, and it blessed me with the chance to try something like this. I had a decent severance, so I'm kind of a belt and suspenders guy. I would have never took the chance to quit a steady job to try to really go into it and try it. I don't think I would have ever, so that kind of gave me the push to go in there. And where I see us in the next few years, we actually, my brother, and I wish he was here because you guys would get a kick out of him. He is so detailed oriented. He drew out a business plan for us from 6 months to 10 years. It's all in our SOP, in our LLC. We're right on track where we need to be. We're buying, we just recently purchased a different vehicle to pull these campers. We're buying new units. We're upgrading. By the end of the season, we'll have, our plan is to have 2 more new hybrid units and upgrades, so we got better equipment stuff. I'll be 100% honest with you. I'm going to do the UPS thing a couple more years and get vested in their retirement, and then I'm renting campers. I'd like to have offices in multiple states. I'd like to check in from Cozumel and make sure all my stuff is running good. I'm just being honest. That's my plan. I want to see it. At one time, back in the day, there was one McDonald's and there was one Walmart. So this is the one Bluebird Outdoor Adventures.
Hey Mark, how you getting the word out to people? Has it mostly been word of mouth, or what's your driving advertising?
Is there any radio people here? Good. I'm not doing no more radio stuff. No, I take that back. We probably will. We done the radio thing, and in our business plan, the first 6 months, we were going to hit the advertising full court press. So we spent a lot of money on advertising signs, some ads. 3 different radio stations we ran ads on and stuff here in Sedalia, Clinton, down by the lake. Really, most of our business and contacts come from word of mouth, and I hate to say it, but the Facebook thing, the media thing, we just recently now, I still can't do it yet, but the Twitter thing and Instagram, and yeah, you guys giggle, but I can't. That's where we get most of our business. Word of mouth. Yesterday I was on the phone with 3 different clients that, hey, we heard about this, didn't have any idea that this was available. What can you do? Well, we're booked. So that's where we are right now as far as the advertising stuff. Yes?
So do you see yourself buying a bunch of campers, or would you rather kind of be the intermediary between people who own campers and want to timeshare them out and rent them out for them? A little less exposure for you?
To be honest, I would rather own my own stuff. This past weekend had a little bit of damage to one on the side of an awning that I had to get with the owner, We go through the paperwork and follow our rules with our SOP. We fill out all the paperwork, get damage deposits, credit card numbers for damages like that. And this client, he understood he made a mistake and damaged something, but it's already being repaired, so it's no big deal. But to answer your question, I'd really rather own my own. The thing with the lease option is I'm not out all the cash, the upfront cash, and I still have, our lease units are anywhere from a 2006 to a 2014. We have better stuff for our clients, but we're not out the cash, And people can make a little extra cash, and really, we take all the worries away from it. Yeah.
It struck me that, have you looked at what a break-even balance would be between the leasing and the owning? That having a mix is going to expand your fleet even if you get the cash.
Right, yeah. We'll probably still have lease units no matter what, just because it makes us more flexible. like I said, I'd really rather own my stuff. I'd just rather have my own stuff. You know, people, you know, the owner yesterday when I contacted him about the damage to the one, he was a little upset, you know, but he understands that's why we get damage deposits. That's why we follow up and we follow the rules. So things can be taken care of. But no, to answer your question, no, I haven't done like a comparison what's the best. You know, I know I'm not out all the cash, but then again, you know, I can't take the depreciation off of a lease unit or things like that. So, and I'm no tax guy by no means for sure, because I had a pretty good go around with our tax lady when I took our 2 boxes of stuff over there this year. So I do a little better this time.
What percentage of your business is done May through September?
May through September. Our main operating months are from April to October 1st. Last year, our biggest month actually was in September. Anybody else? Brandy.
We use the heck out of him. Like, I bet most of his referrals come from me because we only have 4 cabins, and as soon as those are rented out, then I have people that are wanting to do events, and then they're actually able to save money because these things will sleep up to 9. So then a couple of people can join in together, and plus they've got a toilet underneath their roof. You know, he has greatly helped our business, and every person that's done it loved it.
Mm-hmm.
So I know that it's just, I think he's going to grow and grow and grow. I mean, we have events almost every weekend, and I run out of cabins 3 months in advance, and he's been able to help our business grow. And something that, even if you went camping somewhere that doesn't have electricity, he also has generators that you can rent, which then, I mean, that opens up a whole nother, you know.
Now keep in mind, we don't just rent for camping. Believe it or not, last year I set up in Cold Camp and in surrounding communities for family reunions, graduations, weddings. I had people from Wisconsin. We've rented from people from Wisconsin, Canada, to Maine, to Texas. You know, family reunions, nobody wants to drink and drive, and nobody wants to do that. Nobody should do that. So, you know, it's better for them to rent a camper for a couple $100 a week. They could stay right there at the property, reception, whatever, family reunion, extra space. We rented out several times last year just for extra space, not necessarily camping at the campgrounds or something. So, you know, it's not just for camping, but I ought to work that into we make the outdoors easy somehow or another. Yeah.
Are you thinking of going into motorhomes at all, or strictly trailers?
We're looking into the motorhome thing. Yeah, the insurance is a little different. Don't know why, but the insurance is a little different, a little more expensive, a little bit more paperwork. But I actually turned down several clients at the beginning of the season this year, wanting to take trips to Florida and things, you know. But they wanted to drive and be able to park somewhere, you know. They didn't want to pull something, but. Yeah, we are looking into that. My brother's actually investigating that and running some number stuff. We have things with our insurance company, getting some quotes about that. But eventually, yeah, we would like to have at least a couple units like that, yeah.
Okay, I've got the last question for you. What can we as a community do for you?
Rent campers.
You didn't even think about that.
No, I had that in my notes. I knew you were going to ask that. You know, just the support. We really enjoy the chamber, the Sedalia chamber. You know, I got contacted about that last year when we first started, and made a lot of good friends, a lot of good contacts, got a lot of really good advice just starting out. And we've made some mistakes, some costly mistakes, and I learned pretty quick when it gets in my pocket. So, you know, just the support from Sedalia and the surrounding communities, you know. Word of mouth is the best advertisement, and just rent campers.
Perfect. Thank you.
You bet. Thank you, guys.